Look who's back. Look who's back at the store. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to What's New. Don't worry about this. Just a little bit of surgery to remove some sun damage, but all is good. I can see everything is rocking, so we are happy to be back at the store and looking forward to showing you a whole bunch of stuff. Matt's been busy, guys.
Lots of stuff.
And honestly, it's just the beginning because we got 2 separate courier deliveries today. So Matt will be working on the weekend for
and
that.
There's a few more boxes still unopened, so it's been busy.
It is that time of year where stuff is rolling in. We've got, and honestly, I think Halloween has been busier than it has been in past years. And it's always been weird because sometimes companies come out with Christmas first and then go back to Halloween. Sometimes fall's mixed in there, then we've got winter. It sometimes can be a little bit of a hodgepodge, but don't you worry, we've got tons of good stuff to get you crafting. Yeah, Matt says, and more still in progress. Let me see, I know there's a way. There we go. Gotta look at that. Look at that, Matt. He has been working at home today, getting everything set up for us. Because also, we have week 2 of our anniversary sale to tell you all about. So stick with us right to the end. We will do our very best to keep it under an hour. Though some of the stuff we may have to go through pretty quickly, but we want to make sure we leave some good time to talk about the anniversary sale and all of the great deals that will be kicking off tomorrow. So happy anniversary to us.
Happy anniversary to us.
And
9 years.
9 years. Unbelievable. All right, so I'm going to flip over to the desktop camera, and I have something to confess. There was stuff that I had in my bins at home to show last week, and yet the bins didn't make it from Matt's area into my area, and that's totally on me, but I have some really fun stuff from Paper Rose to kick things off. Today was waffle flour release. I always have trouble saying that quickly. And no, we're not on the desktop yet. So anyways, lots and lots of stuff to share with you. Have a notepad, take notes. Always go and check it on the new arrivals page for August, because we are now well into August, and let's get cracking. All right. Yoo-hoo! So here we go. We are starting off with this Paper Rose School Days collection. And again, I apologize for not showing this last week. Though maybe that was just subconscious that I'm not ready for school to start. I don't even have littles. I have 1 kid still left in school, not at all ready to think about the X. I saw an ad for the CNE today. Not ready for the CNE, not ready for school. But if you are getting your pages ready, or maybe you're catching up on past first days of school, this adorable line, it's bright and cheerful, and I think would work well for a variety of ages. You know, you've got small children here in the graphics, but you could use it for older kids as well. And Matt is pointing out that if you are looking for this, it may be in the July new arrivals, because I should have showed it last week when it was still July. Anyways, it's called School Days. They are single sheets only, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so we had that embossed die cuts. We've got the single sheets, and they're just jumping out of my hands here. But I mean, this one would be a great high school page.
That's
the
been
fun
a
back
popular
is
one.
This one has been picked a lot. I like the purples and the bright colors. Sometimes school papers can be very primary, red, yellow, blue. It's really nice to see all of these different color schemes and different papers. Bless you.
Thank you.
This one's cute with the apples. Or maybe you just have teachers in your life that need a little pick-me-up. They're still enjoying their summer vacation. I know I've got friends in the U.S. where their kids are already going back to school. I don't know how I would mentally deal with that. This is another one that could go for so many different age groups. School Days F, there's the notebooks. Inez said that she grabbed them for her first kids' first day of kindergarten. Yep, these are great for all ages. And then these are the basics papers. And I don't know. I don't know why they how
Basics.
they determine basics versus not. But you know what? That paperclip one could be for an office manager. You don't have to use these for school necessarily. Love the rainbow zigzags. This one could be used as a baby paper with the alphabet. So just because it says school days, definitely think outside the box and use these for my goodness, look at Mr. Potato Head. I'm actually a little surprised that they're allowed to use him, but he's cute. I may just have to put these away, on the off chance that someday there will be grandchildren in our house. I don't know. The pencils, the stars, and some more kids.
It's a cute line.
It is a super cute line. So that is last week's miss and this week's surprise school days from Paper Rose. And I feel like my camera, sorry about that. Sorry about all the jiggles there. That's a little bit more straight on. All right, I do have a couple more things that I'm going to talk about. And the first one is hot off the presses. Matt just received this today, but it is from Studio Light. This is their Christmas Forest card making pad. So if you are someone who loves to make cards but maybe need a little help, or just I just think the colors and the schemes here, I mean, this lovely girl with her little cup of cocoa or coffee, however you decide. And they do have inspiration photos on the back. They're not necessarily step-by-step instructions, but lots of great inspiration to get you started. This has 12 die-cut sheets and two other sheets. I'm not sure if I'm reading this properly, so let's just open and flip. These are no cut. No scissors required, so you can punch, you can glue, and away you go. So if I remember with these pads, you kind of get this pad or this page here where it's got all the pieces you need to make one card. The exception being card bases. So you would have to create your own card bases for these projects. And
that's the sample that you're creating.
Okay, that's good to know. And it looks like, yeah. So there is actually a backing to it. Oh, no, because there's 2 pages. That's why. Duh. So they are punch out. You would just punch out your different shapes. You've got your girl here, your sentiments, mix and match, pick and choose. And you've got some more little characters over here. So lots of really pretty, the ballerina is gorgeous.
Even though it has that tone of gold and you think it's real gold.
It does have a very realistic look to it. The little girl with the lantern. Our punch buggy. Yes. We were talking with Liana earlier about how she was buying something simply because of the punch buggy.
It's so pretty. And
so on and so forth. So you've got lots of great elements all the way through here. And then here are some of your card bases. So they've got a score line here, so you can do kind of like a gatefold and then even more. So there's some shaped pieces. You could use them as a card, or knowing me, I would cut them in half and get 2 cards out of one. Some great elements. So that is Christmas Forest from Studio Light. So pretty. The green is just so rich, and it has that wintry feel, but also Christmas. Too. Yeah, that rustic woods. Okay. Last Thursday, so it was just after we went live last week. 49 and Market June releases arrived. This one got kind of caught up in all kinds of transition, but we are so excited to finally have 3 brand new collections from Janine and her team. Oh, Darlene's being paged. The first collection I'm going to share with you is called Country Heart Cafe. Really beautiful, warm collection. If you love sunflowers, there's lots and lots of great sunflowers on this paper. This collection was designed by Joanne Bain. I think she's in New Zealand, and maybe someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I think she's from New Zealand, so she's got some really gorgeous, like, I love this paper here too. With this collection, I believe we just have collection packs. I don't know that we did single sheets on this one, but they're so pretty, you're going to want them all. There's a bonus sheet with the brick pattern on the back of the cover sheet. There is, of course, the solids pack to go with it. This is, it's called Country Heart Cafe, so it has some flair to the coffee end of things, but it's just warm and cottagey and friendship based and all of that good stuff. So that is the collection pack, the solids pack, no single sheets on this one, right? We've got the chipboard assortment. I mean, chocolate chip cookies. Makes me want to go home and bake. Lots of great sentiments as well. We've got the die cut elements. So these are chipboard. They're a little bit thicker. These are just straight die cuts. But Janine's die cuts are always a really great quality, nice and sturdy. There's a coffee bean jar there, and then there's all your usual, like the Viewmaster, the little tabs, the frames. I've seen some really gorgeous samples on social media that people have been making with this. For those of you who like your mini albums, or this would be good for card making as well, you've got your 6x8. Then we've got washi tape. Look at this. This would go great on the spine of an album or down the side of a layout page. I like this one with the heartbeat monitor with the word coffee squeezed in there. And then there are 2 packs of laser cuts. So there is your elements, as they call it. So all of those great little add-ons. I think wow. One of these might have to go in the sherry pile. And then we've got the flowers as well, the wildflowers. Lots and lots of sunflowers. My mom loves sunflowers, so I might have to get this and make some cards for her using this collection. So,
well, Sue and I were saying it's different florals. That's like the sunflower roses that we haven't seen in previous collections. So
yeah, so nice. It really gives a nice flair to it.
Yeah.
But if you have other flowers from other collections, if the colors work out, you could absolutely mix them in as well. So that's Country Heart Cafe. Joanne had a second collection this release, and this one has actually been the most popular of the 3. So there are some things that we are already sold out on, but doesn't matter. There's still lots of great stuff. So Coastal Soul. And when Joanne was talking about this on the live where they launched this, she said, "I'm not the kind of person that swims in the ocean, but I sure love to sit and look at the ocean, dip my toes in the ocean, really just take in the sounds and the smell and the feel of the spray on your face." So don't worry if you're not an ocean swimmer, you can still love Coastal Soul. And really soft, pretty colors. Takes a whole different spin on nautical. Nautical often can be your reds, your blues, almost a little on the American side. But this one has those really nice, soft, oceany teals and corals, and it really is pretty. I mean, I absolutely love the lighthouse that's on here, and just such pretty, pretty colors. So that is the collection pack. It does have a wood, I'm going to call it wood grain, like a barn board type, like dock type pattern here as their bonus sheet. We did 6x8 is sold out.
Yes.
So the 6x8 unfortunately is sold out, as is the solids. But we have our die cut elements. There's that nice big lighthouse right there. Some gorgeous beachy stuff. So if you remember last year, we had beach vibes from Dennis, and it was bright and it was bold and it was colorful. This one definitely is your softer muted look, but again, somewhat similar color palette. You could, if you had leftovers from that collection, probably mix in
like that pop of color would be awesome.
Just get that pop of color, like the surfboards, you know, that kind of thing. You could definitely build those in together. We've got the chipboard assortment, again, with some great sentiments, great titles. Love a good ship's wheel. We've got the rub-ons, which has your bubbles and your surf and your coral. Again, some great sentiments as well. I think we often forget that rub-ons can be used for sentiments, so it's good to see them in the set. We've got laser cut elements, all the things. I love the little beach house, the dock.
It was the sea turtle that I...
Well, definitely, Darlene and I are both partial to the sea turtle. The little, Birkenstock sandals, there's really some great little elements here that you can play with. And then what they call the botanical. So this one's not just wildflowers, but you've got your hibiscus, you've got your tropical flowers, your coral, your driftwood.
Hawaii trip,
Mexico, any of those coastal places. Really, really, this one definitely hits my heartstrings. And then last but not least, shade your eyes, because this one is going to be a complete departure from what I just showed you. And I'm just trying to pull it out of my case here without knocking everything over. So this is the one that we did bring in single sheets for. It is for a completely different target market. This one is called Level Up. Just trying to get the right one. And again, complete departure in terms of color. We've got bright, bold, graphic colors on dark navy and dark black backgrounds. It is not just for gaming. It is not just for music. It is not just for sports. Points of reference.
Okay, we know what this is.
Keyboard, yep, definitely keyboard, but love the colors that Dennis chose for all of this. Really fun and graphic. And again, I look at this and I know many of you, I can hear you like, how the heck would you use this? For me, I might split it down and put half on each of my two layouts and then build my photos around it, like maybe with a nice other background or just something a little more subtle like that. If you just like doing one pages, you just kind of make a mark and do like a larger photo there, some smaller photos here. Let the paper do its thing and don't worry that it's busy. It's meant to be busy. So embrace it, engage with it, and have lots of fun. You could also even, fussy cut that out and pop it up. Like, the ideas really are all there. I want to say that those are circuit board pieces, like a super close up.
Yeah.
I also was thinking it was like a record player arm. I think you can define it however you want. Some more super cool graphics. Here's one that is a little bit more sports oriented. So we've got our gentleman running down here. He could be running, he could be playing basketball, he could just be late for school, or late for dinner, weightlifting. Just fun. Some great accents there. Again, I could see that being fussy cut out. Again, and maybe it's the orange and the gray together that keeps making me think Star Wars for these guys. But you've got your old school cassette Walkman. You've got cassettes, vinyl, CDs, all of these things that kind of take us back, but are also making a comeback. My niece, who is 18, at Christmas time asked for a ghetto blaster for Christmas.
Oh, wow. I haven't heard that word for a long time.
Right? So, everything old is new again. Here, this one is more sports oriented, but very catch-all. So you can use it for any of those things that you're looking for. There's a nice football, maybe soccer. They've got baseballs on here. I don't know. Just sports. Sports ball.
Cool, yeah.
Sports ball. And then this one here. So 6x8 pad. Great ephemera and frames. These ones have a foil finish on a lot of them, so they really have elevated that pack. We've got chipboard sentiments, all kinds of great words. Legend, game over, bruh. I think Dennis and Janine both have teenagers in the house, so some of these were inspired by their kids. We've got the cello sticker sheet. So this is similar to washi tape, but a different material. So we've got that nice full panel here. We've got some great little windows here. Gives you that screen kind of look. And lots of fun to play with that. Laser cut elements. We've got all of those things. So gaming chairs, sports, skateboards, headphones, iPhone. I got an Apple Watch, hockey stick, go-karts, all the things. All the things. And then there are 2 sets of rub-ons, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, they're both rub-ons. So this one is what I would call, Dennis is calling it the gamer rub-ons. So definitely more on that gaming front. And then this is the sports rub-ons. So this is where you can really differentiate and pick which angle you are taking with this paper collection. So much fun. And last but not least, the solids pack.
I do like this though. Because you can use that for concerts, right? Like you don't see anything else.
Recitals, music presentations,
can go
movies, so many things.
Yes. Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, he's packed a lot in here, but I think that gives you lots of flexibility to go from. All right, tag team. Next up is Darlene. You gonna do that first?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's going to tell you a little bit about Esther's first collection with Spellbinders that just launched on Friday.
It launched on Friday. There is some SKUs that we don't have in stock, but on its way, especially like the stamp sets.
Yeah.
We do have it online as a pre-sale item, so if you're interested, feel free to purchase it. Sherry has placed her order for those, so those should be here shortly. In a blink of an eye, as I would say, because there's always a Spellbinders box that comes,
There's always a Spellbinders
but lots and
box
lots of goodies. So let's go through the dies that we have in stock. I'm just going to put them in
Sorry,
order.
I just grabbed them.
No.
I didn't put them in order.
I'm going to start with this one because this is what she's calling as her base die. What's nice about it, it has a nice, let me turn it over. It has a nice starting point for a base to start your pages, as well as some elements to create pages. So a flip, a pocket. Of course, we need numbers and letters. The reinforcements, as my club knows me, I call it donut holes because that's what it reminds me of. But it's a great start to creating your planner pages. And your planner can be like a daily memory keeping where you put photos, like little tiny layouts. I have some ladies that actually use it as a weekly calendar. So it's a hybrid where they put their weekly to-do lists or things, upcoming appointments and stuff like that, plus some photos on it. So this is like her main base page. That's what I call as a base page. This is called the capsule borders, and what it is that it's special dies that create the tabs and some decorative finishes. So let's say if you take this base die, you add one of these tags to it, then you can do little tag dividers, like tab dividers, for like if you're doing it months or weeks, depending on how you're doing it. There are 3 tabs that gives you the top, the second, and the third. If you switch those tabs upside down, you'll get the other 2 spots. So great and universal.
So I think if you are new to this whole style of crafting, the word capsule to me was a really good little tag for it. If you are just getting started, you want to look for the products that say keepsake capsule. That is your starter piece, your starting point, and a great place for you to start without getting overwhelmed with the others. But if you are a diehard Esther fan,
there's more.
Like this girl here, there's lots more.
Yeah, so these 2 are really great basic dies to have. But of course, there's more. So if you are well seasoned with Esther's line when she was with a previous company, and you have some of these base dies that are very similar, she's created some different ones that you can add to your collection. So this is called Page with Flat Pockets. So there is a nice like notebook type page. There is like a little pocket here with a little opening that you could put here she has like an ephemera and a stamped image, and then little tags and tickets, because we always need those little things, the little clipboard, and some more reinforcement holes to go with it. Love the size. So that is called the Page with Flat Pockets. She has also called Torn Edges with Tags. This is a little bit different. I thought it was really cool. It's a little die that creates this little like torn piece as well as a top piece over here that you, when you die cut it, you add it to your base page to create that torn look. So instead of ripping it and ripping too much of it, this one has a great way of you to be consistent with the look and not going overboard or, you know, running into the holes and stuff like that. So here is a nice little sample of how those little torn pieces are attached to that base page. And of course, there is some sentiments and some like little banners to go with it. So this one's a little bit different. You can use it in two ways. This is called the Torn Edge Card Lab. This goes into those little card lab boxes where you can create little panels like this. So you can do it daily or, you know, specific celebrations, events that you've had. But the nice thing about it is the holes are also measured to the caps of the keepsakes. So the holes match up that you can actually use these in your binders as well. So I love the way that you can use them in both systems, so you're not only limited to the card lab. With this card lab, what it does, it gives you one of the base pages, a nice little arch that you can attach to the top or use it as a pocket. It has that little torn edge similar to the die that I just shown you. So similar looks, but it also has all these little banners and you can switch them up and add the months. So if you know Spellbinders dies, these are very familiar when you punch them out, that when you put it through your die cut machine, these little pieces come out and all you see is a little month. So I thought that was really cute. And of course we can't forget those reinforcement holes. So you have some snowflakes, some leaves, some flowers, some basic shapes as well to cover those holes, and they can also fit on your planner holes as well.
You want to talk about Make and Mingle?
Yeah, so I am doing Make and Mingle tomorrow evening from 4 to 7, and I am using the Card Lab. So if you want to know more about it and you want to play along, we are going to create a one-page Card Lab for you to play with. So I'm almost done my sample, so I just have to add one more thing, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So come and join me tomorrow night. Some other goodies. Let's start off with the Reminiscence. This is book number 10. So she's had 9 books prior. This is number 10. And what I love about these books is that it fits perfectly when you're doing a base page. You'll have a little bit of extra to do, like little tags, little banners, or titles and stuff like that. In this book, it has 32 lightweight pages and 32 heavyweight pages. The lightweight pages is 80 pounds and the heavier weight is 92 pounds, and it's split in the middle. So you get the same design. Mine's a little bit mixed up because I did tear some pages out already to work with, but beautiful pages. So you get all the patterns in both weights. And the way she's always mentioned is that she likes using the heavier weight as her base page, as her Card Lab base page, and then she layers it up with the thin one. That way it doesn't get too heavy, it doesn't get too bulky in your binders. But look how gorgeous this is. It's hard to cut through it. You know, some ladies like myself, we get two because you have one to cut, one to save and make it look pretty. And I know Esther Laska, she does the same thing, but look how gorgeous. So we'll be playing with this book tomorrow as well.
With the launch, we did have a limit of 1 book per person, but I have ordered more. So once that second shipment comes in, then we can lift that limit. And if you want to get a second or third or whatever book, then that will be available to you.
And part of that Card Lab is this little box, a little bit smaller, which I really like the size. It's nice and dainty. That way it's not overwhelming. And it has these little slots where you put in your Card Lab and you can flip through it. So that is the Card Lab box. And new. So this is new to Esther's line because we've never seen this before, and I'm very excited for this. So
this is Spellbinders influence.
Yes, this is Spellbinders influence. So let's start off with the little die cuts here. So this is the book 10 cardstock die cuts. This coordinates with the Reminiscence book, and you get lots of goodies, same color palette, you get similar designs, but this is their ephemera part. Newly added to her collection is rub-ons. And you know Spellbinders make really good rub-ons, but oh, love the words, the alphabets, the bingo card. There is 2 sheets in it, one of each, so you get the words as well as these tickets and icons as your second one. Love it. She's also added stickers, which is cool. So this is called Book 10 Borders and Labels. There's 6 different sheets, so 112 stickers. That's a lot of stickers. But this is nice because it all matches. So if you're creating pages and stuff and you are having a hard time designing, you can mix it up with the die cuts. You can mix it up with the borders and labs. And if you're like me, you like to fussy cut, you can open pages in the book and cut little icons as well. So lots and lots to do. And I think this is my all-time favorite, is an embossing folder to go with it. This is called Number Field. She's designed it where there is the numbers also written out as well. Not sure if you can see that, but this is my highlight. Glad to see that embossing folders is part of her collection. So this is Esther Glass's Keepsake Studios line collection with Spellbinders. This is her first one. So let me put that aside because we're going to switch over. Now we are going to go into, we have a little bit of Stamperia in, a little bit of mix and match. So if you love Halloween, we have the Halloween Junk Journal. These books are very, very popular in community, and we have different ones. So this is their Halloween one, and I say I love it because there's so much purple in it. But look, I'm gonna just go through it quickly just so you get a taste. But look at the witches, the haunted house, the cats. Look how spooky it is. I love the oh, look at that. The color palette is beautiful. So this is the Halloween. It only comes in this size, so there is no focus points to it. We have a few of those, and whoops, I will just leave that there for now.
Okay, I'll take it.
Perfect. And we have these 2 items that was released with their Christmas and winter line. This is the clear primer. So this is a great base coat to prime your surfaces, like anything that's porous or non-porous. So if you want to prime metal, leather, you know, different substrates, this is great. It is liquidy, so just be very careful when you open it. This one I've opened because these 2 are both in my stash. But this is called the Ice and Beads Paste. Let me just give you a little, I haven't tried it yet. I just opened it because I wanted to see. But look, I'll make a little swatch sample. Can't really see on the screen, but there is little tiny beads and glitter. Perfect for snow. So I'm excited about that.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, there's like little beads. So quite fun. So those are from Stamperia. Okay.
A
little bit more.
launch day. We're gonna make a left turn.
Yes, it's launch day and it's waffle flour, and oh, this release was beautiful. So let's start with, okay, I kind of separated because they had 2 different themes. One's more sporty, like golfing and fishing, and then of course you had birthdays. So let me start with, because I do have samples, I'm gonna start with, let's do the fishing. So here is Fishing Puns. We have a little stamp set, and we also have the bundle. So sayings like time to tackle another year, hope your birthday's off the hooks, have a fantastic day, real fun times ahead. So really cute puns. Part of the postage collage, we have the fishing silhouettes. There's a glare, sorry, but I love it. You get the little, you know, the little fishing, the boats, the nets, little fishes. Gone Fishing die. So this has a little boat and a little gentleman. Keep the packaging because they have really great assembly guides at the back. We also have a reel in die. So it's a bigger fishing hook as well, and some fishes. There is a little hand, and the guide does tell you how to place that hand to make it look like it's holding the rod. And to create some scenes, you have the lake scene die and stencil. There is a stencil also in between the packaging. So this is what the stenciling looks like, and the die that creates the mountain, the water. I love the shading because then you use the stencil to make the little shading on the mountains, or you can make them look like trees, and the water because it looks like the water is moving. There is also the stencil that does the birds as well as the boat, the trees, that you can use in two ways. You can stencil it, or you can use the silhouette to create those looks. So I have, here is the postage collage sample. So this is straight up using the silhouette stamp set. Okay. Here is one where I use just the dies. I will go through the background after, but I just wanted to show you some of those little elements being used. So that's the die. And here is one where you see that background, the water. I did a hybrid. So I stenciled some of the, the ducks and the birds, but I also added elements using the die cut. So you can see, you can use them both or use one or the other. I will show you the backgrounds. Oh, here's one. Here is that reel with the long fishing rod with the little fish. Here's the little hand. And here is the little boat with the gentleman fishing. So very finicky, but I love how they added little extra pieces for you to put your glue on.
We often get requests for fishing, so I'm really excited about this release.
And it's a perfect time that it came. Well, this is a Matt's line, so we will call this a Matt favorite. And it's golfing. Do we have any golfers or any fishers?
I know Carol's a golfer as well, so she should have come later today.
Right, yes, to see it. So this is the golf pun. So keep calm and golf on. You're on par with the best. Wishing you a hole-in-one kind of day. Have a swinging good time. So great little golf puns there. We have the stamp standalone as well as the bundle. This is the postage collage. So you have some ladies and gentlemen.
I just love the little golf cart.
Yes, really, really cute. Or even just the golf balls just there.
Yeah, those might have to go in the sherry
pile. Well, you have a golfer at home. And this is the golfing silhouette. So if you don't want to stamp or color, you just do it in die cut in one color. You have a lady and a gentleman, and they give you lots of golf balls right over there. So there you go.
You know what they should have done? Christmas golf sentiments.
Oh.
Because I know a lot of golfers would want to do their Christmas cards with it.
Oh, that would be a good idea. And this is the Gone Golfing die. That's a tongue twister right there. But you have the golf bag, the golf clubs, the tee, and the back has all the directions on how to glue them together, the assembly line as well. So that is golfing. And here is the silhouette stamp. Here is the golf bag and the golf clubs. I did do it in metallic because, it needs to be a little bit of shiny. And we have the silhouette one as well. I'm going to keep these aside because some of the backgrounds uses some additional stuff in this collection. So let's start with the postage collage airmail stencil. Love that. So when I was watching the Waffle Flower, I know one of their previous sets has this airmail. Nina, the owner of Waffle Flower, has said that this new one, the spacing is a little bit smaller as well, so a little bit different. But they've added it because of the spacing they could. So it is a 2-piece stencil, one to do the clouds and one to fill in the opposite of the clouds. So let's say if you didn't want to leave it white, you can stencil in the other color as well. So this is airmail stencil, and we have it in 3 sizes: A2, mini slimline, and A7. So I'm just going to turn it around so you can just see what those look like. But I like how they're adding that behind. So if you like the big format, this fits on the A7 one, the mini slimline, and then the A2, which is the standard.
Now I believe that they have 2 additional sizes.
The big
A6
slim.
and the full slimline. We don't have a lot of people that ask for those, but if you are someone that does want those sizes, just send us an email. We'd be happy to get that in with our next waffle flower order.
Yeah. So those are the airmail stencil. This is something new. This is called the cloud background die. And what I like about it is that you die cut it in white or any color. And when you cut it out, you can line it up on horizontal cards or vertical cards. And that creates the little clouds at the background. Or you can cut them up to create little single clouds in the background. So what this border does is once you cut it out, you line the border just above it, put glue or already run it through, with double-sided tape and peel it, and you just line it up, stick it on, and you're all set to go.
Well, that's clever.
But instead of creating two different dies, they did it in one. So you can do it, because it goes right to here, so you could do it horizontal, clouds this way, or flip it, which I did, and create this way. So that way you get two.
Two for the price of one.
So that one. And then we have wavy lines. So we had wavy line stencils before. This is wavy lines in die format. So we have the A7 vertical and the A7 horizontal. And you're asking why the big sizes is so that way, same thing like the background die, is that you can do any sizes with it. So A2 will fit as well as A7. Mini slime will fit as well.
Slim.
Slim. Sorry. Okay, it's time for a nap, right? Slim line.
Darlene's talk too much.
I think it's because we've been talking about slime at home.
Maybe.
But it creates. So what I did, just because when you die cut, I created a little cheat sheet, because when you start creating backgrounds and stuff like that, I was trying to figure out where they go and how the puzzle works. This is my cheat sheet, so that way when I die cut several colors, I put on top and say, oh, this is a piece that I need next. So create a cheat sheet. It works.
It's a great tip.
And I will go back to the cards that used it. So this bottom here uses the 3 here to create that slope. And what you can also do is, I did it all green for the golf, but you can change it up and add that blue in the middle to make it look like there's greenery,
goodness.
right? So I really loved how they do that.
You could do it in blues and teals as well for the ocean.
For the ocean. And here's another one. So I use it in a total different way, is just using that same background. I cut it smaller and just created a fun background.
Oh my goodness, how smart is that?
Right? And here is, so I use that green and blue, and this one I inked. The other ones I use colored paper. But here is using that top part, but just coloring, like using your blending brush, doing it in different colors, and created that. So different looks compared to one that didn't use it. So that is the wavy lines.
That is really clever.
Yeah.
Really clever.
And a new one is for their square postage is their wave stencil. So you get these nice little waves. You can do different colors. I like how if you do it in the order they tell you, make secondary colors when you do waves. So there is the square postage, but there's also the wave stencil for A2, A6, A7. See, they're getting smart. Now you just buy one and you can do all these different sizes. If you look carefully, there is little lines here to tell you where A2, A6, and A7 is. You just line it up and stencil and you get this creative background. I saw some samples where they just use one, like different shades of blue, and it created a really cool background. I did the recommended colors, rainbow colors here, and I put it in the waffle flower pouches for making a shaker card and kept it simple. Celebrate you. So that is the wave stencil. Yeah, and there's more.
But wait, there's more.
So that is fishing, golfing, all the wavy lines, and now we're going into birthdays and retirements because, why not?
Well, golf and fishing could be for retirement.
Yes.
So it does connect.
Yes. So let's start off with the sentiment stamp sets. This one is called Your Day Sentiments. It's your day. Today is your day. Enjoy it. Have fun. You are the best. You deserve it. This day is yours. Have fun. And then this is the Stamp and Die bundle. We have Happy Retirement. Happy retirement in different fonts. Enjoy every minute. You will be missed. Let the fun begin. I use some of that for the birthday card. Relax and enjoy. You have big shoes to fill. do more of what you love. So really great sentiments for retirement, or even just using some of these single ones for birthdays, anniversaries,
Or just because.
or like a goodbye, like you will be missed, right?
Yeah.
Or just because. So this is the stamp set, and we have the stamp and die bundle for that. We have balloon clusters. The die set and the stencil. So also the stencil, you could do A2, A6, and A7. You have a one-piece balloon die here, and then you have little individual balloon dies to create this really cool border or background. And either you cut it out in different colors with cardstock, or you could use your stencil and use your inks. So this one here, I was busy. You could see that. Here's a sample where I just die cut in white cardstock and I inked it up with all my inks. And then I just layered up, kept it really simple, add some enamel dots. Today is all about you. So that is balloon cluster. We have balloon frames. So balloon frames creates this really nice balloon frame. It does have all these little banners that you can add on top as well. And this is what I did. I cut it in white, did a little bit of inking, and then I took some solid colored and inked it as well.
You've been busy.
Yes. And added foam, and it's your day sentiment set right in the middle. Simple card. I found this was really easy to do. You can whip up different colors and make lots and lots of cards for that.
And balloons can be used for so many
Balloons
things.
can be used.
Baby, birthday, retirement, graduation.
It's pretty cool. And cupcakes, right? So cupcakes, background textured, and then the background stenciling stencil here. Oops, there's no pictures in that one. But anyways, you die cut it and you have this really cool panel similar to what they always do. So you can cut these cupcakes apart if you wanted to use them separately. They do it so you just do a little snip in certain spots, and you can use the cupcakes on its own or leave it. Here I matched it up with the stencil, and of course I added some paste. And I like how they said that if you use craft cardstock and do the inking, it has a more vibrant look, so you can see very similar colors. But for some reason, the craft makes the blue look a little bit different.
Yeah, a little bit of a pop.
Yeah, and so this one I used just clear glitter. This one is gold glitter, but to give you a different look.
Last night we had ice cream. Today we have
Cupcakes, right? It's a dessert kind of day.
My kind of what's new.
Yep. Last but not least, we have the heart balloon die. This die comes with several different sizes of heart balloons, as well as the little strings to hold the balloon. Here is my first sample, just nice and simple, white. I used that wavy line die in the background, cut it down with the postage collage, the nesting postage collage, and created the background. And lastly is using that same die, the wavy die, cutting that big heart, and now you have a really simple card. So that is from Waffle Flower. That
Brand
was
new, hot off the presses today, live under the August new arrivals, but it has its own category, so you can find it right on the website. All right, this girl needs to go and have a drink of water.
Yes.
She's done lots of talking. I know we are encroaching this the 5 o'clock hour, so we will give everything its due, but we will move it along a little bit quickly because we still have our anniversary deals to talk about. So please, I know it's long, but stick with us till the end. It will be worth your time. All right, so just launched yesterday is the brand new Halloween collection from Art and Creative Studios and Katie Petit. This is her Halloween, so Wicked Woods. This one has had a lot of buzz on the airwaves, and it's got such a beautiful mix of goodies. I'm actually going to crack it open so we can do a little flip. So Katie's papers only ever come in a pad. They do not come as individual sheets, but again, totally worth it. You've got some beautiful papers here. Like, just look at that. And as much as it's called Wicked Woods, and we're calling it a Halloween collection, this could just be fall. Let me see if I can do it this way so you can see more of it. You get 2 of each sheet. Look at the background paper here.
Colors.
It's just very rich. It does have that Halloween flair with the orange and black, but there's no reason that you have to use it. I love this page. I think it's very dramatic. What I find interesting is that all your words are upside down and all your butterflies are the right side up, or the other way around. It just goes to show you that it's more for texture and for look than it is for actually reading. There's a nice black and white kind of labels paper on the back, the black and white leaves. This one's got a nice little plaid on the back. So some really, really gorgeous patterns. This is stunning as well. So definitely you could lean into a vintage Halloween kind of look, but you can also, now, spider webs, I think you kind of have to do that for Halloween.
But that's a pretty cool.
Or maybe if you're doing spring cleaning because you've got so many cobwebs. So the black and white really has a striking effect as well. And you know what? It is a decent weight. It's kind of a mid-weight paper. If you were really careful, use a very little bit of water, you could go in and highlight this with some watercolor or some pencil crayon if you wanted to give some highlights. So Roberta is asking, this is her first time catching us live. Hello, Roberta. Welcome. We are actually in Stouffville, Ontario, Canada. Which is just north of the border, north of Toronto. But we do, as of very recently, we do ship to the US as well as across Canada. Do you have one of our social cards? Our website, I'm going to show you our card in just a second. So our website is papercraftersworkshop.ca, and we are happy to get some goodies into your hands. So we'll just quickly finish up here. The stars are really cool. Just some really great papers. And then the last 2 pages here are punch out ephemera. You don't need to cut them, but you've got bat wings, you've got butterflies, you've got the little slide frames, you've got sentiments here. And on the back, Katie always does her laser cuts and die cuts reversible. So this one here, you've got your pumpkin with the handle going to the right. If you flip it over, you've got, let me pop that down, your handle going to the left. So you can really play with the dimension and direction and have lots of fun. So that's Wicked Woods. That's the paper pack. There is also a 6x8 pad. This one has similar versions of the paper and then different punch out elements compared to the book. We have epoxy stickers, so it looks like little faux wax seals there. That's lots of fun. We have rub-ons, and these are striking, so they just add extra pops of color. Some fun little spider webs there with sentiments on it. All kinds of good stuff. We've got our laser cuts, and again, when you punch those out, they are double-sided, so you can decide which direction your flowers, your toadstools, all of that kind of thing go into. And then we've got the very popular decoupage paper. So if you just want something that's a lot thinner that you want to kind of paste or do techniques with, then that decoupage paper gives you lots and lots of options to play with. One other element to this line, there is a coordinating Lindy's shaker powder, mixed media powder. However, for some reason, even though the collection was able to launch yesterday, which was the 4th, the Lindy's Power cannot launch until the 8th. So we will have that live on our website and in our store starting on the 8th, which I believe is Saturday.
Yeah.
So that is the end of Wicked Woods. And that's Halloween. We also have Lou Collins Textures Winter in Bloom. So this is, I'm calling it Christmas. We've got things like poinsettias, snow globes, but if you want to call it winter, you absolutely could call it winter as well. some great little punch outs, some great little journaling cards on here. I love the cardinal on the music paper. So a really gorgeous, gorgeous collection from Lou Collins. Also brand new. I think it just launched in the last couple of days. Tons of beautiful stuff. And again, like Katie's line, this is a pad. So it does not come in single sheet papers, but you do get 2 of each, and there's 24 sheets in total. And then there's lots of extras to go with this. Let me see. There is a 8x8 version of the paper. So if you want something that is a little bit smaller, got some bonus pages in here. It says these are kiss cuts, so those would be peel and stick. You've got some postage stamps there in the corner. Great for your card making or mini albums. What else? We've got, I'll come back to this. Don't look at that yet. We've got rub-ons. So this is called poinsettias and snowflakes. We've got laser cuts. Now remind me, are Lou Collins laser cuts double-sided as well, or is that unique to Katie?
I think it's Katie.
Okay, so let's assume that these are single-sided until someone tells us otherwise. I love the birds and that cute little Santa there. Some great little elements. We've got a music sheet paper pack. Music is something that, especially at Christmas, lots and lots of people come looking for it. So it's not Christmas music necessarily. So we got Für Elise and Waltz in A minor. So if you don't want to use that for Christmas, you don't have to. But some music.
It's double-sided.
Oh, it is double-sided. Yep. Okay, that's good to know. So the laser cuts are double-sided. These are single-sided. They are a lighter weight, I believe, and gives you just some, maybe not quite decoupage paper, but it is a lighter weight paper that you can use in your layering. And then we move into stamps and dies. So we've got this beautiful layered poinsettia. Look at the dimension that they get by layering all the pieces on there. That's a 7-piece die. We've got winter foliage. You can never have enough holly leaves and evergreen boughs in the different directions and sizes. We've got festive words. And what you saw peeking out over here, we've got this snowflake panel. So it is in inches, 3.5 by almost 6.5. So it is going to be bigger than your standard A2, but I'm sure you could find ways to trim it down, maybe trim the frames down, use the individual snowflakes, or use it on non-card projects like a journal or a scrapbook layout or a really big like wine bottle tag or something like that. So that is the layered snowflake panel. Those are the dies. And there are 2 stamp sets. So we have the poinsettias and greetings. Oh, this might, got some ideas for this one already. And then we've got the music notes. So again, it is not, the music itself does not appear to be Christmas themed, so you could use that all year round. Those are the 2 stamps. And we've got 2 PET tapes. This one is snowflakes, and they've got a combination of colored ones, gold ones, white ones, silver ones. So a really nice selection of, and they just peel and stick like stickers, translucent, so that when you put it down, you don't see kind of the outline around it. So that's really fun. And then we've got the winter wood grain.
That's cool.
This is going to be really cool. You can create whole panels of wood grain, and because where it's clear, obviously it's clear, you could put it down and create lots of depth and dimension for your backgrounds. So that is Winter in Bloom from Lou Collins. Texture, a part of Art and Creative Studios. All right, we are 5 o'clock. I'm just getting the message that my phone has 20% battery left. So I'm going to jump in.
Okay.
I am going to really quickly. We also got a whole bunch of Echo Park. I'm not going to take the time to go through it. It is on the new arrival section in August. There is Halloween Parade. We have some single sheets, we have stickers, we have collections, nice, bright, vibrant colors. This one is Echo Park. Trying to see if there's a designer name on it. There's not. If we don't have a lot to show next week, we can come back and revisit these. We've got Handmade Holiday. And we're not 100% sure why it's called Handmade Holiday, other than it looks like that some of the characters and things have stitching around it. So it's got kind of that handmade felt character kind of feel to it. Collections, solids, goodies. We've got fall. Who's ready for fall? Not me. But it's fun. Again, all kinds of goodies and collections. And I do apologize for going quickly, but we got to get to that anniversary stuff. So, North Pole Christmas. Raise your hand if you are a fan of pink in your Christmas. I know that there were a number of collections that had pink. Oh, look at this with the little stamp. Official North Pole Mail. That one is super cute. So, a few single sheets in this one. I think this is our first North American brand Christmas collection. Yes. More is on its way, and there is the collection pack with coordinating solids. So go and check those out in new arrivals. They're lots of fun. You guys know how Echo Park works, so lots of those good basics. All right, as my phone winds down, we are going to jump over to our anniversary sales. Did you guys like week one? We had all kinds of great deals, and they're still live. Week one deals are still live until tonight. Tomorrow, a whole fresh new round of deals come into play. So I'm going to pop over here, and I think I'm giving too much away because I started in the wrong order. So quickly, we have Heroine from Hero Arts. I have placed my order for my first batch, but you can still go and order it as a pre-sale and put your name on something as soon as it arrives. This is 13 little packages that you open, kind of like an advent calendar, but it's all Halloween themed. Darlene talked about her card lab project, so definitely come and see her on Thursday. Keep her busy. Otherwise, she's going to craft by herself, and that's, it's definitely more fun to craft with friends. Then we're going to talk about our anniversary. Woo woo! Happy 9th anniversary to us. And I'm going to take a deep breath because I feel like I am rushing and I don't want to rush through these. Super excited to have reached this milestone. Next year will be even bigger, but we are happy to be celebrating lucky number 9 with all the things that have gone in the world in the last 9 years. Definitely blessed and grateful for all of the crafty friends we have made, all the things we have learned, and we really love celebrating in August, our special anniversary, and we're going to pass that excitement on to you. Excuse me, I'm going to grab just a little sip of water first. So this week we once again have 5 different deals available to you, and they're big ones. We've got lots to choose from, lots of fun things, as well as something that, just like last week, something that we don't usually put on sale. So just wait, you'll see what I'm talking about. So starting tomorrow, August 6th, our deal number 1 is we've got select Spellbinders and Hero Arts, stamps, dies, stencils, press and foil plates. I think embossing folders too. And maybe a few other goodies that we have thrown in there. So it is new releases have been excluded, but you still have tons to choose from at 20% off, and it is while supplies last. So if you see something tomorrow that you have your eye on, then definitely go in and grab it before it goes away. Deal number 2. Are you waiting for this one? Oh, It's not the one I'm thinking of, but still a good one. 20% off Simple Stories paper collections. Again, it excludes new arrivals. There might be a few other exclusions in there, but it's your paper, it's your ephemera, it's your stickers, it's your solids packs, anything that goes with a paper collection from Simple Stories, 20% off. Here we go. This one. Distress inks and reinkers almost never go on sale, but we are putting them on sale this time, and I realized I left an extra copy line on there because Tim Holtz does not have albums and album supplies, but don't worry, it's your inks, so whether it's your full-size pads, your mini pads, your sets of Distress Oxide, re-inkers for your oxides, I know this is going to be a popular deal, and it is only while supplies last on our in-store stock. So 20% off Tim Holtz Distress and Distress Oxide inks and re-inkers. Next up, we've got 20% off Art and Creative and Textures. Now, the things that I just shared with you, the Wicked Woods and the Winter and Bloom, obviously being a new release, those are excluded. But we've got collections like Bean There, and I think Lou Collins' first collection, I can't remember the name now, but some really pretty things from both of those brands. Those are 20% off. And last, but certainly not least, we've upped the ante. We've got 30% off Minte paper collections. Once again, a paper collection includes the paper, the die cuts, any coordinating products, and great savings on Minte, 30% off. So friends, that is 5 great deals for week number 2. Super excited. Happy anniversary to us. Darlene is already busy putting up the signs around the store. Darlene, wave hello.
Hi.
She's getting ready so that we can go home and kick things off tomorrow morning. You do have until the end of today. If you need to find them, you're going to go to the homepage. There will be a banner there. Click on the banner. It'll take you right to the category. A new banner will go up tomorrow to start off next week's or this week's deals, and you can celebrate along with us. If you want to learn about our Build-A-Box program, go to the shipping page. So just scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, click on the shipping link, and all of the details will be there. Or as always, you can email us, ask for more details, and we are happy to help you build a box to earn free shipping and get lots of great goodies during our anniversary sale. So there you have it, folks. Looks like my phone's still holding, so that's a good thing. We've got, we're a little bit over our hour time limit, so thank you very much for continuing with us through this extended live. It's so much fun to be back in the store. It's fun to be sharing new stuff with you. And as always, if you are making stuff, we love to see what you make. So send us emails, post in our customer group, the Paper Crafts Inner Circle, and let's just have fun. Go enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will talk to you next week. Have a good one, everyone. Bye from Darlene, too.
Bye.
Nope. Do, 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 do.